Hello and happy holidays! My name is Polly. I'm a creative specialist at Castlewood's Makerspace, and I'm delighted to share with you Maker's Moment. Maker's Moment is a series of DIY projects that can be done at home. You're welcome to join me in this video, but if you prefer to do the self-guided, there is a document you could access in the link below. I wish to share with you that our creative specialist team is brainstorming a Maker's Moment Hangout. This Hangout will be a live Zoom event. And essentially, we just want to hear from our makers, how we could continue to support them during these weird and unprecedented times, whether it's with maybe projects you're stuck on or projects you wish to pursue in the new year. We want to hear from you. So stay tuned for an announcement in the very near future. Now, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started on the project. Hello, this is Polly. I'd like to start off by saying I hope you all had a lovely time during the holidays. I want to share with you a photo transfer project that I did as part of my Christmas gifting. This project is a sweet way to cherish memories and offers a unique way of displaying your photos. You will need the following to complete this project. You will need some printed photos from a laserjet or inkjet printer. If you do not have a printer, you can submit your photos to be printed at your closest Arapahoe library. More info on how to do this on the description below. You'll also need some water, some scissors, some newspaper or cardboard or anything that you can find to protect your surface. And then you could find the rest of these items at Michael's, Joann Fabrics, or Hobby Lobby. You'll need the wood of your choice. They come in a variety of sizes. So make sure you choose one that will fit the picture that you printed best. You'll also need some Mod Podge. This is specifically a photo transfer medium. This is basically the magic. You could also use this for fabrics, but for this project we'll be using it on wood. You'll also need a photo spray protector. I have a gloss finish here, but there's also matte. So if you prefer more of a matte finish, choose that one. You also need a bristle brush or a foam brush. And last but not least, you will need a lot of patience. This project is very simple, but you will need it. You will need to leave the project for at least 24 hours for the magic to take place. Okay, so let me go ahead and set this aside. Okay. So the first thing you want to make sure you do is print your picture. So if you want it to look exactly like the photo, you will need to reverse or reflect the image on your edit tool on your computer. Or if you have Photoshop or Illustrator, you could do that there too. And it's particularly important if you're doing words. So let's say you want to print Colorado. You want to make sure you reverse the image, because the way what we're going to do is we're going to lay it flat on the wood. So you want to make sure that the words are backwards. And the same thing with the design. If you prefer it to look like this when it's meant to, when that's what it's supposed to look like, then you want to reverse it. Same thing with the image. If you forget to do the reverse, it's just going to look really weird. So if you end up printing your image this way, it's actually going to mirror it. So you just want to make sure when you print your image that it's on the reverse or reflecting what it is that you want to print. Okay, so now that I got that out the way, cut out the image that you want and make sure it fits to the block, to the wood block. Okay. This is where you might want to Grab some newspaper or cardboard to protect your surface. You're going to grab your image. You're going to grab your bristle brush and the Mod Podge. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is pour some of this onto the wood. Just put a bunch there, but you want to make sure you're covering the entire wood. And when you're applying this, make sure the way you're going back and forth on the wood is throughout the entire piece. So you don't want to just go this way and then that way, because it will reflect once you lay down the image. Okay. So then once you got that all set, you want to line up your image in corner to corner and just press down with your fingers. You want to make sure as you're pressing down that you're removing any air bubbles on the paper. Okay, and now here's where you'll leave it for 24 hours. Okay. And if you have more pieces, this is where you could go ahead and continue doing the rest of the wood and pictures. Now to speed up the process, I do have one that I let sit for 24 hours. And as you can see, the paper is completely stuck on there. And what you want to do is you want to grab a cup of water. You will need to wet the paper on the wood and rub it off. This is where you'll also have to be very patient and careful. You don't want to be too rough because you may remove the image. So slowly and surely rub it off and you'll notice that the image will start to appear. So I'm just grabbing maybe 2 fingers and just making sure I'm wetting the whole image. And then you could go ahead and start rubbing it off. And you'll see all these little paper fibers kind of rubbing off. This will take a few tries. I would say maybe 4 to 6 tries to remove all the paper. Like I said, this part might be messy. Okay, so I'm gonna let this dry for 3 to 5 minutes and see how much paper I've taken off. Once it dries, it will get a little white residue on it. So for example, like this, I've already taken some paper off, and you could slightly see the image, but there's still a lot of paper going on there. So you want to make sure that you continue to lightly rub the white residue off of the image. Like I said, it might take 3 to 5 times, and do expect a vintage look. That's what's so unique about this medium. Okay, so once you have the look that you want, you will go ahead and apply some of the gloss finish. And make sure you read the directions of how to apply the sealer that you've purchased. Okay, so just let that dry, and once it's dry, you could go ahead and display it upright, or you could also purchase some hanging pieces so you could put on the walls. So I hope you've enjoyed this video.